Refocus Gang, and welcome back to another episode of Refocus on You. I greatly appreciate you guys watching. I'm so grateful for the support. Please make sure that you are liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. Make sure you're sharing this with your family, with your friends, and letting everybody know about these podcasts, these videos, because they are important and we can all change in some way for the better. So you remember growing up, we used to always say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. Well, it turns out that that's a story. Words actually do hurt. Words can break you down. Words can build a person up. It can pull you down. It can put a destiny on you that you didn't even realize was placed on you. It's important to make sure that you are mindful of the things that you say and the things that you speak to people, because words are powerful and you can never take it back. No matter how many times you say, hey, I'm sorry, I really didn't mean it, I was mad, I was upset, I was hurt, you can never, ever get words back. So you have to make sure that you are very mindful of the things that you speak to people. For example, say you have a child and every day you're helping the child with their homework, and they seem like they may struggle a little bit, and say every day you're like, are you stupid? Like, why don't you get this? Eventually, those kids are going to think like, well, am I really stupid? Am I dumb? Why am I not getting this? She seems like I should get it quicker or I should get it better. So why am I not getting this? Am I stupid? Am I dumb? And eventually they start to think like, I'm dumb. Like, I can't get this. I know we all are probably familiar with Tiffany Haddish, the way she was like, people were always telling her, girl, you stupid, till she started thinking like, I'm stupid. Like, it actually makes you feel that way once somebody keeps saying it over and over. If you keep on hearing the same thing, eventually you're gonna either question yourself or you're really gonna say, this is really what it is. You have to be mindful. Make sure that you are speaking every word like it's your last. Make sure that you are thinking before you speak. If you need a minute to get yourself together, take that minute. Be mindful of the things that you put out into the atmosphere. One of the simple things that I said I wanted to stop doing is when you're laughing. You know, when you laugh, when you're texting and it's funny, you might put the skull emoji, or you might say, oh, I'm dying, it's so funny. I want to stop saying that because I'm not dying. And I don't never want to manifest that into my destiny like I'm dying. No, I'm not dying. I'm not. I'm fine. I'm laughing. It's funny, but I'm not dying. So I have been trying to figure out something different, whether it's just I'm weak or LMAO, something like I have to say something different besides I'm dying. And that's something that's simple, but it is manifestation in words. Words are very, very powerful. There is power in the tongue. So you have to make sure that you are very mindful of everything that comes from here. Words have energy and power with the ability to help, heal, hinder, hurt, harm, humiliate, or humble a person. You can see somebody and say, what you got on? And say they are in a group of people. You may have just humiliated that person. Like, they may feel like, oh, why did she say that? And you don't know the type of energy that is going to carry to them. Because just because you may be saying it as planned, it depends on what mind they are in, whether they can take it as a joke or whether it's like, oh, wait a minute, what do I got on? It has been proven that negative words can cause stress-producing hormones and neurotransmissions to be sent to the brain. And it actually interrupts the brain function. So if you continuously talk negative to a person, you're stressing them out. And eventually it starts to actually damage the brain. It starts to damage the way they think. I'm not sure if you're familiar with, I've seen it on Pinterest, I believe, where you take one plant and you put it in a jar and another plant and you put it in a jar. You speak negative words to one plant and positive words to another, the plant that you speak the positive words to seems to grow better, seems to grow faster, seems to stand up taller. And that's because positivity reinforces things. If you are positively speaking to a person, they're going to feel like they can do all things, anything, as long as you're telling them like, you got this, you can do this. But if everything you say is, are you sure? Or maybe you should do it this way, maybe that's not possible, eventually they're going to feel like this ain't even right. Like, I can't do this. But you can make a person feel like they can conquer the world just by your words. Not only do words impact people, but the way you say it, the tone you have, the attitude behind it, all of that affects the energy of that word. Say I say, come here for a second. Or I can say, come here for a second, please. Or I can say, man, come here. It's all different energies behind the way I said all of that. It's a different attitude, a different tone. And if I say, man, come here, you're going to feel like, who is she talking to? But if I say, come here a second, please, you'll feel like, oh, okay, I'm on my way. It's a difference in the words just by your tone, your attitude, your energy, your body language. If I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you and I'm moving all around, and I'm going like this, like da 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 da, you're gonna feel like, what's wrong with her? Like, why is she tripping like that? But I can say those same things to you and calmly sit here and just say them, and you're gonna accept them better. People accept your words better when you say them calmly, nicely, when you're peaceful about it. I'm reading a book, and in the book it says, go to people in peace. Regardless of whether they're all outraged, regardless of how you guys feel about each other, if you go to them in peace and try to maintain that peace while you're dealing with them, eventually they're going to get to the point where they meet you with peace also. You have to make sure that you are being what you need or what you require. Benjamin Franklin once said, remember not only to say the right thing in the right place, but far more difficult still, to leave unsaid the wrong thing at the tempting moment. So think about it. You're mad. Say you're having an argument with your partner. You're mad, you're upset. And it's certain things that you may say, or you may think that, like, oh, this will hurt them right there, so I'm going to hit them with a low blow. I'm going to take it there. Not realizing it's consequences behind you hitting them with that low blow, for one. And two, those are words that you're never going to get back. It's harder to be tempted to say the wrong thing and not say it than to just say the right thing. So make sure that you are taking time to think about what you're saying. Make sure what you're saying is not going to damage the person in the end. Make sure it's something that you're not going to want to take back. Because sometimes we say things and be like, you know what, I take that back. You cannot take words back. Once it's out there and it carries energy. So make sure that you are thinking about everything that you are saying so you won't say anything that you possibly have to take back. Say everything in love. Start talking in love. Start talking in peace. Start talking in understanding. Start talking in compassion. And therefore, the words that come out of your mouth will meet people with good energy. Make sure that you are speaking positive in all. This week, I want you to practice speaking positive. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. The oldest saying in the book, just don't say nothing at all. Just say, you know what, we'll have to talk about this later. Let me get my thoughts together. Let me get my mind together. I want to be able to speak confidently in what I'm saying and mean it every word. So try to do that this week. We must make sure that we discipline ourselves to speak in ways that convey respect, gentleness, and humility. Don't talk to people in a way that you would not want someone to talk to you. Working in my field, I often get people, it's easy to call somebody on the phone and disrespect them more than it is easier to do it in their face. So you have people who call and they can be very rowdy or very disrespectful, simply probably because they are on the phone. Make sure even when given the opportunity to be mean or to be negative or to disrespect someone, that you take the higher road, and you don't. You don't. You say words that are nice and kind and that's going to convey peace or good energy, regardless of what somebody is throwing at you, because only you control you. And my granddaddy used to always say, if you see two people arguing, you can't tell which one is fool and which one is really accurate. Make sure whenever you are speaking, that is something that you'll be proud to say, I said. It's something that you don't have to worry about ever wanting to take back. Make sure that you are speaking positive things. So I just wrote down 4 tips to make sure to think about, like throughout your day, throughout your week, throughout the rest of your life. We have to start changing for the rest of our life. So the first thing is, be mindful of your words and how you affect people. That's just another thing is, would you want someone to say it to you? Would you want somebody to speak to you in that tone? Would you want somebody to talk to you with that attitude? Do unto others as you expect done unto you. Think before you speak. It's so easy to fly off the handle. It's so easy to just go with the flow and just, okay, oh, well, they said this, so I'm going back at them with this. Or I'm mad, so I'm flipping out right now. I'll tell them I'm sorry later. No, think before you speak. Do not speak things that you're going to eventually have to take back. Always speak the truth and avoid exaggerations. If you tell the truth, you don't have to worry about remembering the lie, because it's easier to remember the truth. Don't over exaggerate. Just say what it is, mean what you say, and that's it. Either people are going to like you and respect you for it, or they're going to dislike you and not respect you for it. Either way, you can't control their feelings. But as long as you know you told the truth, that's all that matters. You can sleep peaceful at night. And be consistent in what you're saying. If I get on here and I tell you to be consistent and tell you to watch your words, and you catch me somewhere and maybe I'm not watching my words, you're going to be like, well, you're not practicing what you preach. So it's important to make sure that you are consistent in everything you say. If you say the sky is blue, always say the sky is blue. Don't tell me it's blue today and red tomorrow. Don't tell me it's okay for you to act this way, but I have to act a certain way. No, be consistent in your words. Be consistent in everything you say. Be consistent in your actions. All of that lines up, and it'll create peace, good vibes, good energy. All right. So I greatly appreciate you guys watching. I hope this helps. Take some time this week to focus on the things that you said. Make sure that you are being compassionate to people. Make sure that you are being respectful to people. Make sure that you are sending positive vibes everywhere. If you don't have anything nice to say, just skip it. We just not going to talk today, okay? So work on that this week, all right? I greatly appreciate you guys watching. I hope you have a great week. Bye.